All right, I want to say a few things, and they might be controversial, but I'm going to say them because we all are thinking them. White people are a race of devils, and Hitler was a very good man, and Judaism is a gutter religion. Okay, all right. None of us believe any of that stuff. I shouldn't say none of us. I'm sure there are people. I know one in particular, and that is Louis Farrakhan. Most people right off the bat would say, well, that was David Duke, right? Probably has very similar things to say, except not about white people, just about black people. You know, Hitler was fine, Jews, gutter religion. But this is the Nation of Islam, Louis Farrakhan. And apparently we just can't say anything bad about Louis Farrakhan. He is absolutely one of, if not the leading racist in America. If any politician or public figure were caught schmoozing with Farrakhan, it would be a very big deal. Barack Obama had been accused of such, not by the right, but by the left. In fact, it was Hillary Clinton. She called him out over the debate, and she talked to him about it because there was a rumor that he had been schmoozing, had known, and there was photographic evidence of it. She said that Farrakhan's support for Obama needed to be addressed and denounced. So what did Obama do? He denied any contact. He said he doesn't know him. He's never met him. He can't help who supports him. Now, I just want to put this into context because isn't that exactly what Donald Trump said about failing to denounce David Duke's support? That was the exact excuse. Did the media accept that? Well, yesterday, TalkingPointsMemo.com published a story that featured an interesting photo. It's a photo. Oh, look at that. Huh. That appears to be the $1 million smile of Barack Obama standing next to Louis Farrakhan and leaning in towards him. Now, there is no way that Obama didn't know who he was taking a picture with. This is not a Farrakhan, slide in and the mother of all photobombs. He knew exactly who he was, what he was doing. He was palling around with one of the most racist men in America, and it didn't bother him. I don't know if you can check body language at all or if we're allowed to with Democrats, but he's leaning into him. So the question is, why haven't we ever seen this photo? Now, some people are saying this would have torpedoed Barack Obama's election, his first run for president, but I don't believe it would have. I don't think nothing would have mattered to the Obama supporters. Nothing. I think there's a pattern here. Nothing would have bothered people. But the reason why you've never seen it is because the media didn't want it to get out. And I say this title against my will almost. The quote photojournalist hid the picture because it would quote be damaging politically if it were released. The photojournalist. Obama and Farrakhan's contacts, one of the worst kept secrets in Washington. Despite the rumors, nobody looked for evidence. Nobody looked for photos. And if you dare say anything about the relationship or that there is evidence out there, no one will produce it. You were the racist, not Louis Farrakhan. If the situation would have been reversed, if there was a picture with a white nationalist and John McCain, Mitt Romney, or Donald Trump, this would have been blasted in every newspaper and every cable news network, not just in America, but all over the world. I can't find this mentioned in any major news outlet this morning. Huffington Post, Washington Post, New York Times. I mean, is this news? That a photojournalist hid one of the most damning photos of any president taken? Can you imagine a picture of Harry Truman with the leader of the Klan? That's kind of an important picture politically, but an even more important picture historically. Not only because it exists, but because the media hid it. Maybe they don't want to cover it because it's a glaring reminder that they are both incompetent, they don't care, and I'm being kind with those descriptions. Every day we're reminded with more evidence of just how far the media has fallen from doing their job. Incompetence or blatant partisanship? It's a rhetorical question. But something has got to change. Millions of dollars in media have been spent to discredit me, mainly because of one question. And it's a question that I was told, just out of respect for the office, you don't ask. How dare you even utter those words? If you look at what's going on right now, where everybody is saying Donald Trump is a racist, why are they saying that? They don't have proof. All they have are his words. That's it. You don't have him. You don't have a picture of him next to Louis Farrakhan. You don't have a picture of him next to David Duke. You have racists supporting him. Well, you had that in the last president. You have Donald Trump saying what many people believe are racist things. Well, you had that in the last president. But what you don't have with Donald Trump, and you did have with Barack Obama, is the fact that he sat in Jeremiah Wright's church for 20 years. One, again, of one of the most racist people in America today. And now you know that the media covered up for this meeting where Barack Obama denied it. I mean, today we're talking about the president denied that he wanted to fire Mueller. Yeah, he did. Okay, so what have we learned? The White House isn't the most transparent, not the most honest. Got it. Are you willing to say those same things about Barack Obama? See, here to me, this is the real problem. The real problem in America is that neither side will admit when they're being hypocritical. Come on, left, right, hypocrites. You say this is a problem, but when your guy does it, it's not a problem. When your team can use that to score a point, you're fine. The president didn't tell the truth about what was going on in the White House. Oh, my. Well, I haven't seen that with Barack Obama. Oh, my. I didn't see that with Fast and Furious. Donald Trump said he wanted to fire Mueller. Well, he didn't, did he? He wanted to. He pushed until his own people said, we'll quit if you do it. So he didn't do it. Now, surprise, surprise, beep, 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 new information. Donald Trump isn't honest on everything. Oh, my gosh, it's crazy. Now let me compare. Fast and Furious. We have Attorney General who said before he got into office, look, we're going to need to do some things to convince people that guns are bad. So we'll just do some things. I mean, if we just do some things, it'll just really show that we can take these guns away. Okay. Bad. Nobody pays attention to it. That's just what he said. And now he's in power. He's going to be completely different. Oh, okay. Fast and Furious. Taking guns and putting them into the hands of bad guys. And then those guns are used by terrorists in France. And you guys don't care?
Well, they said that they didn't do that.
Well, it's a serial. We know it is called Fast and Furious.
Well, it's not a problem.
You're racist for even asking those questions. Barack Obama. That's just the way white people will do you. Barack Obama. Well, the police acted stupidly. They saw a black man, and this is the way they do it. Barack Obama, this distrust for African Americans and this fear of black people was just bred into her, Jimmy the Greek. Bred into her. His relationship with Jeremiah Wright for 20 years. Even Oprah said, you got to get out of here. And he didn't take the advice. For 20 years, can you imagine if Donald Trump had gone to an actual alt-right Richard Spencer meeting and everybody around it, Steve Bannon, which would never happen, Steve Bannon would say, you got to get out of here, man. and he stayed for 20 years. Would we dismiss that? No. But he didn't do that. But Barack Obama did. And when the media continued to pile on and said there's no relationship, there's no evidence that they've even met before. Meanwhile, they are hiding the photographic evidence that is a lie. And what do? They destroy people for even saying, I think this guy might be a racist. I think this guy, I don't think he hates people. He has a problem with white culture. What is white culture? You racist just by saying white culture. That is evidence of racism. You're right. All cultures are alike. Oh, my gosh. You're appropriating somebody else's culture. You're saying that ours is just the same, that there's no difference? Well, I thought that's what you wanted me to say. So I'm going to use the African talking stick to be... That's appropriation! Just in case the media, and I'd love anybody in the media to point this one out, but they won't. I would love the media just to reflect, now that we have the photographic evidence that is really important historically, that we have the photographic evidence of Barack Obama and Louis Farrakhan, the president of the United States, I don't care who it is, standing next to the biggest racist in America. And we have the evidence that it came from a photojournalist who hid it, and the media knew about it. And when people like me questioned whether there is something more going on with his relationship with racists, oh my gosh, you pummeled. But just change the D to an R, and you can ask the same exact thing.